Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ, and welcome to this live broadcast. We're coming to you right from St. Peter's Square in Rome. All of these people you see and hear before you are waiting for the Holy Father to come to the window to give us his weekly Angelus message and to recite the Angelus with us on this 27th Sunday in Ordinary Time. On behalf of Vatican Media, I'd like to welcome all of you, whatever time of the day you're joining us and however you're joining us today. Some of you joining us through various Vatican Media channels, perhaps the Vatican News web portal, our Facebook Live feed, our YouTube channel, or the Vatican News or Radio Vaticana app. Those of you joining us through television, welcome to you. We see a beautiful blue sky today and the window before us. Warm welcome to all of you joining through Catholic TV, Shalom World TV, EWTN at Madarshan TV, Catholic Faith Network, and Salt and Light TV. And some of you joining us through radio. We've got some listeners coming through Luminous Radio and others through Radio Maria in Papua New Guinea, and numerous others picking up on a local level this broadcast today. And as well to those of you joining us through other digital platforms. My name is Sister Bernadette. It's a pleasure for me to be able to provide you with the texts and the translations for today's message, the curtains being drawn back. And here is our Holy Father, Pope Francis.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buongiorno. Nel Vangelo di oggi,
Dear brothers and sisters, good day. In today's gospel passage, Jesus, foreseeing his passion and death, tells the parable of the murderous vine dressers to admonish the chief priests and elders of the people who are about to take the wrong path. Indeed, they have bad intentions towards him and are seeking a way of eliminating him. The allegorical story describes a landowner who, after having taken care of his vineyard, had to depart and leave it to the hands of tenants. Then, at harvest time, he sends some servants to collect the fruit. But the vine dressers welcome the servants with a beating, and some even kill them. The master sends other servants, more numerous, but they receive the same treatment. The peak is reached when the landowner decides to send his son. The vine growers have no respect for him. On the contrary, they think that by eliminating him, they can take over the vineyard, and so they kill him too. The image of the vineyard is clear. It represents the people that the Lord has chosen and formed with such care, with such love. The servants sent by the landowner are the prophets sent by God, while the Son represents Jesus. And just as the prophets were rejected, so too Christ was rejected and killed. At the end of the story, Jesus asks the leaders of the people, when the owner of the vineyard comes, what will he do to those tenants? And caught up in the logic of the narrative, they deliver their own sentence. their own condemnation. The landowner, they say, will severely punish those wicked people and entrust the vineyard to other tenants who will deliver the produce to him at the proper time. With this very harsh parable, Jesus confronts his interlocutors with their responsibility, and he does with extreme clarity. But let's not think that this admonition applies only to those who rejected Jesus at that time. It applies to all times, including our own. Even today, God awaits the fruits of his vineyard from those he has sent to work in it, all of us. In every age, those who have authority, whatever type of authority, even in the church, even God's people may be tempted to do their own works instead of those of God himself. And Jesus says, true authority is when someone serves. It's in serving, not by exploiting others. The vineyard is the Lord's, not ours. Authority is a service, and as such, should be exercised for everyone's good and for the dissemination of the gospel. It's awful to see when in the church, persons who have authority seek their own interests. St. Paul, in the second reading of today's liturgy, tells us how to be good workers in the Lord's vineyard. That which is true, noble, just, pure, loving, and honorable, that which is virtuous and praiseworthy, let all this be the daily object of our commitment. I'll repeat. That which is true, noble, just, pure, loving, and honorable. That which is virtuous and praiseworthy. Let all this be the daily object of our commitment. Let this be the behavior of those in authority and each one of us, because each one of us, even in we all have a little bit of authority. In this way, we shall become a church ever richer in the fruits of holiness. We shall give glory to the Father, who loves us with infinite tenderness, to the Son, who continues to give us salvation, and to the Spirit, who opens our hearts and impels us towards the fullness of goodness. Let us now turn to Mary Most Holy, spiritually united with the faithful gathered in the shrine of Pompeii for the supplication. And in October, let us renew our commitment to pray the Holy Rosary.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ecce ancilla Domini.
Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Et verbum caro factum est.
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ora pro nobis, Santa Dei Genitrix.
Ut digni efficiamur promissionibus Christi.
Grazie Tua, anque sumus Domine, mentibus nostris infunde, che angelo nunziante, Christi Fili Tui, incarnazione coniovium, per passionem eius et crucem, a resurrectione gloriam perducamur. Per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sicut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus defuntis, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
Lux perpetua luce a tes.
Requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum,
Aiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
qui fecit caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos, omnipotens Deus, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen.
We've been seeing the crowds below, many with banners for the end of the season of creation, which ends today.
Ieri
Yesterday
sono stato ad Assisi,
I was in Assisi to sign the new encyclical
Fratelli Tutti,
Fratelli Tutti on fraternity and social friendship.
l'offerta a Dio sulla tomba di San Francesco,
I offered it to God on the tomb of St. Francis, from whom I drew inspiration,
per la precedente Laudato Si.
just as I did for the preceding encyclical Laudato Si. The signs of the times show clearly that human fraternity and the care of creation
L'unica via
form the
verso
sole
lo sviluppo
way
integrale
toward the integral development and peace,
già indicata dai
already
santi
indicated
papi
by the
Giovanni
saintly
XXIII,
popes John the
Paolo VI,
23rd, Paul the
e Giovanni
6th,
Paolo II.
and John Paul II.
Oggi,
Today,
a voi che siete in piazza,
to you who are here in the square, and even those who are standing outside of the square,
ho gioia di regalare
I have the joy of
la nuova enciclica
giving you as a gift the new encyclical in the extraordinary edition of
e con questa edizione
special edition of L'Osservatore Romano, and with this edition,
edizione cartacea
the
dell'Osservatore
printed edition, daily edition of L'Osservatore Romano also begins again. May St. Francis accompany us on this journey of
di ogni religione
fraternity
e tra tutti
among
i popoli.
believers of all religions and all people.
Oggi
Today
conclude il
concludes
tempo del
the
creato,
season of creation
iniziato
begun
1 settembre scorso,
this past 1st of September, in which we celebrated a jubilee for the earth, together with our brothers and sisters from various Christian denominations. I greet the representatives of the global Catholic climate movement, the various Laudato Si groups, and other groups who are committed to fostering integral. It's good to see that these things happen in various parts of the world. There's one beginning today in the delta of the River Po here in Italy. 100 years ago, on the 4th of October, the Stella Maris work began in Scotland, ministering to people who work on the sea. On this special anniversary, I ask those who minister in this apostolate who work among fisher people and others to witness well. And today, Don Molindo Orello is being beatified in the Diocese of Chioggia. He was a pastor with the heart of Christ. He defended the poor and the weak. May his extraordinary witness be a model for many priests who are called to be humble and courageous servants of the people of God. And now a round of applause for the newly beatified. I greet all of you, people from Rome and pilgrims from various countries. I see many flags here, families, parish groups, associations, and individual members of the faithful. In particular, I greet the families of the new Swiss Guards who've come today to be present for the Swiss Guard. They're really good. They go on a journey of service to the church. They're really good men who come here for 2, 3, or 4 or more years. And I ask you a warm applause to the Swiss Guards. And he also said that there's a group being sworn in today. To all of you, I wish a blessed, happy Sunday. Please do not forget to pray for me. Enjoy your meal, and arrivederci. We'll see you again. Our Pope's signature closing as he waves to the people down in the square, and they all waving back. And at this time, we leave you this live broadcast coming from St. Peter's Square on this 27th Sunday of Ordinary Time, in which our Holy Father also introduced his new encyclical, which you will also be able to find summaries of, as well as a link to the full text by visiting the Vatican News web portal, our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube accounts. You'll find coverage as well of other Vatican and world news. We'll be back on Wednesday morning at 9:30 local Rome time for the Holy Father's Wednesday General Audience. On behalf of Vatican Media, I'd like to thank all of the technicians who've made this broadcast possible, and of course, to all of you for joining us as well. Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ.
Are you looking for life-changing entertainment? Does what you see on most channels leave you feeling unfulfilled? Well, look no further. Shalom World TV brings the peace and joy of Jesus Christ to you, whether at home or on the go. To start watching, you don't need antennas, cable connections, or a dish. You probably already have what you need if you have a smart TV, such as a Samsung, LG, or Panasonic, or if you have one with an Android, Opera, or Roku TV operating system. These can be found on the latest models of Sony, Toshiba, Vizio, Philips, RCA, Sharp Aquos, TCL, Insignia, Element, Hitachi, Vestel, Skyworth, Changhong, Konka, and Hisense. You can also watch Shalom TV on most IPTV streaming devices, starting with the 4th generation of Apple TV and Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Mi Box, Amino, Humax, or on TiVo Box through the Opera TV store. Are you a gamer or virtual reality enthusiast? we've got you covered. Shalom World is on Xbox One, Razer Forge, NVIDIA Shield, and HoloLens. To start watching, all you have to do is go to the App Store, download Shalom World, and start being fulfilled by content that brings you into a deeper relationship with Jesus Christ. For more information on how to watch Shalom World on your TVs and devices, visit us at shalomworld.org/connectedtv. Have a smartphone or tablet? Take Shalom with you wherever you go. Again, by downloading Shalom World from the App Store. If you prefer to watch from your Mac or PC, get the Shalom World desktop app. Or you can always watch from our website, shalomworld.org. And guess what? Shalom World is absolutely free on all of these platforms. Yes, free. There are no download charges and no in-store app purchases required, ever. If you're looking for life-changing entertainment, you found it. It's here, waiting for you on your Shalom World.